Good morning. It is day 109 on the Pacific Crest Trail. Today it's nice and cool to start with. A little bit warm, a little bit buggy, but nothing too bad. It is a shorter day today, somewhere probably around 19 miles, I think, is what we'll end up doing, but we'll see. I don't know what the plan is these days. It's a wonderful time. So yeah, left a little bit later because it's a shorter day, so like 6:45, I think we left. Um, there's a fair bit of climbing involved today. I think we've got to finish this little hill to start off with, and then later on there's another climb of about 2,000 feet over 7 miles. So it's nothing too strenuous, but it'll probably be quite hot by the time we get there. We'll see how it goes. Slept a bit better last night. I still had to re-inflate my sleep pads at least once. I can't really remember. But yeah, looking forward to having one that works. I'm going to try calling the shop today because I didn't have any service yesterday. So I'm going to try calling the gear shop, seeing if we've got anything in stock. But yeah, should be a fairly chill day. Let's see how it goes.
Hello again. I'd forgotten how much fun it was to be part of a group whilst doing the PCT. It's just been so fun just walking around and catching up every now and then, like as the day goes on, and sharing jokes and making memories and having good times. And it's so much more chill now, so much more relaxed than it was before in terms of just like going with the flow and not really like making any plans. I do think I have some way to go in terms of reining in my organisational traits, but yeah, going with the flow, we're having a good time, and it's just fun, way more wholesome, I think, and fulfilling than kind of chasing miles. I felt like when I was on my own, I kind of gave into feeling rushed to make it to the next town within a certain number of days and cram in as many miles as possible. And there was kind of a purpose to that. Like, I was trying to make up for lost time and everything, but it did make me feel like I was missing out on just enjoying the trail. And so I've got a good middle ground going on at the moment. It's a good time. But yeah, so today set off separately this morning, met up by the first water, which was about 7 miles in, and shared stories of animals that we saw. For example, Birdsong had seen some kind of mole or a vole or something, and Scales had seen a deer, and I'd caught someone pooping, which was the first time that had happened. So that was fun. But I did also see a teeny tiny frog on a tree. And we stayed there at that water for a little while because it was a lovely little river, taking it nice and chill, filtering our water. And then straight afterwards was a bit of a climb. I think it was like 2,200 feet across 7 miles. Started at about 10:30, and it was just starting to get really hot. But it was really shady as well, which was nice. A little bit humid, very sweaty, but there wasn't any smoke until like the very end of the day. So we had amazing views of Shasta throughout the day, which were just lovely. And it even got a bit breezier towards the top. And I was able to call the gear shop in Etna and confirm that they do have the kind of sleep pads I want, which is wonderful. And then we had lunch about 2 miles from the top, which was again nice and chill. Like we knew today was a chill, short day, so we just kind of lay down and dozed for a while, which was really lovely. And yeah, the last little bit of the uphill was very friendly, and then we made our way downhill, and then drama struck because I realised also none of us had really planned ahead all that much, but there was a little turn off at one point that was actually a shortcut and cut off like 3 miles of trail, and had amazing views of Shasta and other mountains that you can kind of see in some of my like panoramic shots. But there was no water. We were running out of water. I had like 1.5 litres, and Birdsong only had like 500 millilitres. So we made the sad decision to not take the shortcut, not go for the amazing views, and go for the campsite we'd originally aimed for. Birdsong and I had previously been bonding over our love of the 2003 live-action Peter Pan movie, so I downloaded the soundtrack as there was a little bit of signal on the side, and I was actually listening to the soundtrack just as a great view appeared, and my favourite song was just starting to play. It was perfect timing. And then, so I played a bit of that music and some other Disney film soundtrack songs to the others, which definitely boosted our spirits on the way down. And I also found some blackberries a few miles before the end of the day, which was a nice little tasty surprise. And also the evening was really smoky anyway, so we couldn't really see the views even if we wanted to, so it all worked out fine. Another thing that made today a little bit of a highlight was that we passed the 1,500 mark, or well, kind of. So we're camped at 1499.9, so I may have hiked 0.1 miles down the trail to take a photo of the 1,500 sign that someone had made, just so I can technically say that I have hiked to 1,500, because I couldn't leave the day on 1499.9. Tomorrow we've got about 3 miles before we get into town, hoping for an in and out, so we'll get our resupply done, charge up our stuff. So looking forward to it. I will see you there.